Yo guys, what's good, what's happening, and what's going on? I was gonna go outside and do the driveway until I realized Mother Nature might just do it for me, because check this shit out. Boom, look at those temperatures. Except for that Friday temperature, or that's a Saturday actually. The rest looks like it might do the job for me. So I really don't care. And worst case scenario, if I have to leave the house, I'll put the truck at 4x4, smash my foot to the floor, and just ramp out. Because that's what we do up in the north. We ramp it. Just gonna send her, bud. So on the previous video, you saw my sick green screen, eh? That's pretty ballin'. So tonight, something I want to do is give that a rip. Now, something else I want to do. Hey, whoa, where you think you're going? You just don't come running in the room, you little punk. Freak's sakes. Just comes darting in like she owns the place. I don't know where the hell that behavior came from. She used to be scared to come in there. But something I wanted to do is this bed, thinking about relocating it downstairs so the cat can use it, because that thing keeps taking it. And he has his own bed, and he'd rather use hers, and he's not allowed. I'm gonna move the potato pillow out here because it kind of looks stupid sitting in the middle of my room where it doesn't get used, and Oreo's bed doesn't get used. Instead, he sleeps on the towels and laundry on the ground. He's such a rebel. And she just tried to breach the room again. I don't know what the heck oh, here we go. It wouldn't be a video without Oreo honking. Okay, we're good. Anyway, it's not snowing out. I don't even know what the end of the driveway looks like. Got some more bunny tracks. Good old Bunny Wunny doing his bunny wunny things and bouncing all over the lawn. I'm just waiting for the day that they go to bounce and they sink right through and you just see like bunny tracks, and all of a sudden it's just a massive hole where like the crust wasn't quite crusty enough. I'm gonna let the dog out, examine the end of the driveway, and I think I heard the snowplow come by today. I don't know. I don't really care though, because it didn't snow last night, so it probably won't snow today. All right, well, this just in. The end of the driveway does look like tomato soup, but I can still jump it. Maybe we should go outside and blow the snow. Really didn't want to have to do this, but we're gonna have to do this. Let's get the dog back inside there once he's done his shit. We'll go fire up the snowblower one more time before the end of the year, and then we'll freaking send it. Sounds like a plan. On a side note, people were talking about ice fishing on the video that I checked out today, the comments. Sorry I haven't been replying to comments that much. I just get so sidetracked with work and working out and other things that I forget that I post videos, even though that I'm making the videos too. And I forget to go check the comments, but I checked the comments today and on a couple of videos there, and I replied, and people were talking about, like, the one comment was how I feel about ice fishing, that it sucks. And it's the people who like ice fishing are the same people who have all the gear. They have the sled, they have the ice shack, they have, you know, or a really nice ice tent. Like my buddy Struckus, he just bought himself this really big insulated ice tent. They bought the flooring for it and all that, and he actually did a camp out on the ice. An overnight camp of catch, clean, cooks, and just enjoyed life. But he has a snowmobile, he has a nice tent, he has an electric auger, he's got all the gear. I'm over here low budget fishing with a shitty little pop-up that I can barely fit into, that a sudden gust of wind will turn it from a tent to a kite, a hand crank auger, and a sleigh that I gotta wrap a rope around my tits and haul it on the ice. Not exactly a lot of fun, you know. Sure, you get your cardio in. You don't need to do leg day for a couple weeks after that because they're burning for a month. And in the end, when you don't catch any fish, you realize, well, time to pack up, and then you're walking back in the dark. You can't see shit. You have no idea where the shoreline is, and life gets kind of sketchy. So it takes kind of a lot of enjoyment out of the entire sport. Now, I do believe that everybody should experience that kind of ice fishing because it is pretty much raw as raw can get, unless you do it like my buddy does it. He doesn't even have a tent. He just wears a lot of insulated stuff like long johns, and then he puts his pants on, and then his snow pants, and then he packs himself with these like stick-on heater pads, and he literally walks out with a backpack, an auger, and a rod. He doesn't even bother with the tent. He brings his bait, whatever he's using, minnows, just halves at her, just gives her on the ice, just 100%. No tent, no nothing. 40km/h winds, standing with it to your back, you know? You become the wall. He's pretty hardcore and he loves doing it like that. He lives for that shit. And kudos to him, because I could never do that. I tried it a couple times, and actually the year I caught my pike, when I thought it was a walleye, 'cause I'm stupid, that's what I basically did. I walked out on the ice and I ripped a hole and I stood there, but it was also like, you know, +2 out, kind of sloppy. It was warm, it was good, there was no wind, it was a beautiful day in the bay. Ripped a hole, caught a pike, caught a perch, came home, filleted them up, threw them in a frying pan, ate them. They were good. That was a good day to be out. You know, that was the first pike I ever did catch ever, and not the last, because I caught one last summer that was way bigger. That was a fun time out, but honestly, it's something you got to experience, and you're either going to love it or hate it. I don't like that style of fishing. Like I mentioned in the vlog that went live today, is Nikki has 2 ATVs. They don't run. She said the one will run, but it shuts off, so I'm pretty sure it just needs some carb work. And the other one had a problem with the top end of the engine, and it needs to be put back together. So I see this as an opportunity to learn. You know, somebody probably, oh, you got to put the top end of the engine back together. Just go out and buy a new quad. Why waste your time? Well, to me, if she's willing to give them to me as a freebie for me to learn off of, number one, this is YouTube content of a guy trying to learn how to rebuild an engine. Number two, it's a learning chance for me to learn how to rebuild an engine, figure out how they work and figure out all the how-tos and get shit did and all that. And number three, if I get it working, put some chains on those tires, roll it out next year. Who needs a sled if you got a quad? And a lot of the times when it gets really sloppy and slushy out, people would prefer to take a quad on the ice than their sled, because apparently sleds suck in the slush. I never experienced that. All the times when we were kids and we were riding on Jean's sleds, my buddy Jean, he met him a couple times, he sang Bon Jovi at karaoke, nailed it big time, enough to get me a copyright strike on YouTube. We used to go sledding all the time, and I don't remember slush ever being a problem. So I don't know, maybe if their sleds had tracks designed to push slush. I don't know. I honestly don't know. We had a good time sledding, and we never had slush inhibit us. We did have a problem this one time when we were driving a buddy of theirs is Indy 500 or whatever the frig it was, where the ski kind of let go, so we had one ski steering and the other ski was just kind of wobbling around, and it would pull us in every other direction but the way we wanted to go. That created a lot of excitement because it became super dangerous, and we both thought we were going to die to death, but obviously it never happened because I'm talking to you today. However, seeing how the season for sledding is ramping down, usually it's just like summer fishing, right? When the boating season ramps down, people get so lazy they don't want to put their boat away, so they end up putting it up on Kijiji for dirt cheap, and you can score yourself an aluminum boat with a 9.9 to 15 horsepower engine in a trailer for like $1,500. Sometimes this happens with sleds. People will have and what I'm looking for, like an old Safari or an old Citation or even an old Arctic Cat or an old Polaris, something that still runs good, but buddy doesn't feel like putting it in his backyard on pallets because he's sick and tired of the squirrels making friggin' nests in it, so he just wants to dump it for a quick fix, get some instant cash and go. Especially with the price of gas nowadays, a lot of people are going to be selling their old sleds because, let's face it, those old Safaris and those old Citations, even the Grand Tourings and the MXs and the Mach Zs were just disgusting on gas because they're old carbureted beasts, and they didn't exactly have. Why is she running around like crazy? It's not even 3 in the morning. What's your problem, kitty cat? It's like she got into the heroin or something. I don't have heroin in the house, so she must be bringing it in. A lot of people are going to be selling these old machines because gas is stupid expensive and they like to chug it like it's free. So it's the same reason why I've been seeing a lot of pickup trucks, older pickup trucks and stuff on Marketplace. People are dumping their older rides, and a lot of people are like posting willing to buy Honda Civic, willing to buy Toyota Crayolas and stuff. A lot of people are looking for these little EconoBox cars just to commute to work, because soon it's going to become too expensive to fuel your tank, that it's going to be cheaper to quit your job than it is to go to work every day. And that's going to suck. Usually around this time of the year, a lot of people will end up posting their old sleds for a reasonable price. Like you can probably pick up like a Citation or a Safari that's in good running condition, might need a new track or something, you know, something stupid, but you can usually pick it up for like $500 to $1,000, like $500 to $1,000. And then, you know, I contact my buddy who works over at Leon's. They got a lot of pallets, and I would just scoop up some pallets, kill an area of my lawn, put the pallets there, park the sled on the pallets, tarp it, and call it a freaking day. You know, go to Cambodian Tire, pick up a 15 by 15 tarp, wrap it up, and away she goes. She's nice and she's secured for the summer. We can have all the rainstorms we want, and she won't get saturated. And then come fall, winter, fire it up, and worst case scenario, just put it in the back of the truck. I don't know how the hell I get it back out of the back of the truck. I was asking my buddy Adam about that, because that's what he said he does. He goes, oh, I just loaded it in the back of my truck. I'm like, oh, okay, how do you do that? And he's like, oh, I just built a really big snowbank at the house. And I'm like, oh, that sounds like a great idea. But then I got to thinking, and I'm like, okay, so you arrive at Sunset Point, and now you want to unload your sled out of your truck. What do? There's no big snowbank there to back up to, so what do? Like, do you just send it, put it in reverse, and just punch it? What if you have an old sled like a Citation or a Safari that doesn't have reverse? And then I got to thinking, Dad's got a snowmobile trailer, kind of, sort of. That wooden trailer that you've seen on a couple videos in the past. It's pretty much a dump trailer. Like, you pull the hinge and the whole thing flips up. So you just flip it up, drive the sled onto it. As you get up there, she'll teeter-totter back down. I'll put a bump stop on it so it doesn't go slamming into the tongue, ripping the hitch out of the back of the truck and dropping my entire rear end. That wouldn't happen, but if it did, I better get it on YouTube, because that's money in the bank. Everybody loves when people destroy their shit. That goes viral. I could probably borrow his trailer. Now, there was talk that he said that one day he's going to give me that trailer, so maybe one day will be sometime this year, because I would love to strip it, flip it, and then wire brush it, get all the rust off of it, treat it, respray it, armor it, and then rebuild it so that it's ready to rock in the winter, so that if I do have a sled or a quad, I can just put it in the trailer, take it down to Sunset, let it rip tater chip, get out on the ice, and start ripping some fish's faces off. Rather than wasting an hour and a half, 2 hours walking out, I can just spend 10 minutes driving to where I want to go, set up, and start giving her. That sounds like more of a battle plan to me anyway. So I mentioned earlier I was going to talk to my financial planner. We talked. She has a battle plan. She explained it to me. I had no idea what the hell she was saying. Holy crap, man. So our current, she basically told me what she's going to do. And she's like, well, when you read through your portfolio in December, did you understand it? And I'm like, honestly, I started reading it. I had no idea what the heck I was looking at. I got confused. I put it away and started playing video games, because I honestly didn't understand what the hell was going on. I said, all I know is I log into my bank account. I see my investment. The number's bigger than it was when I first started investing, and it's bigger than it was last year. That makes me happy. Bigger numbers are better than smaller numbers. Let's go with that logic. Unless you're Dell, then you number your laptops backwards, because a 5525 is weaker than a 5515. Once again, figure that one out. I can't. First thing she did was she modified my portfolio as per her recommendations. I said on it, she's like, is that okay? And I'm like, listen, you're the financial advisor. I'm the computer tech. Do you think it's okay? And she's like, well, it's up to you. And I said, well, honestly, is this what you're suggesting? She said, yeah. I said, then let's do it, because this is your job and I have no idea. I said, I just gave you guys money and said, make me money. And that's where you come in. So let's go money. I like money. Pretty sure that's 3 vlogs in a row where I mentioned I like money. Did you guys know that? If not, you do now, at least 3 times. So she's going to take care of that. And then she's like, we need to get you more informed so that you understand what's going on when you get those yearly statements and those 6-month statements and all that other shit. Because if you don't know what's going on, you don't even know when to call in if there's a crisis to be averted. And I'm like, oh, I was kind of hoping like if you saw a problem, you would let me know. And she's like, no, that's, if you see a problem, you got to let us know. And I'm like, oh, okay, well, that's a problem, because I don't know how to read it. So that's I'm going to be going into the bank, which means I got to actually go into the bank, which is great, because when you go to the bank, see, we still have the mask mandate in effect. So you walk up to the bank doors, right? And then you pull up your mask like you're in Red Dead Redemption. Good thing we're not allowed to friggin' carry a pistol on us, because let me tell you, I get confused pretty quick. So I got to go to the bank and deal with that. She's going to give me the 411 on the reading the nonsense from the paper, so I understand exactly what's going on with my money, which is kind of cool. I guess we kind of should know how to do that. You know, going to be 43 in a couple days, so should probably figure that shit out and go from there. So that should be kind of exciting. Now you're probably thinking, Adam, holy crap, how much pre-workout did you have? You're so freaking hyper. I haven't even had one yet. I haven't even done a workout yet. It's currently 6:30 and I haven't even lifted. This is a problem. I need to get lifting. And instead I decided to grab the camera and talk to you guys, because I got some shit going on. Oh yeah, I brought the dog back inside. I wanted to go outside and blast the driveway. So we're going to skip on the lifting for now. We're going to saddle up, going to head her out, and we're going to smoke show that driveway, because we kind of sort of need to, because it's looking like tomato soup and we're not expecting any snow in the next coming days. So why not make it look pretty, instead of people in the neighborhood calling me lazy because I don't clean my driveway? Because why bother when you don't go anywhere, right? I don't leave the house except to grab groceries, and I don't even do that anymore because I have this awesome girlfriend who keeps my fridge stocked all the friggin' time. And it's friggin' sweet. Honestly, my parents gave me $300 in grocery cards for Christmas. Haven't even had to use them yet. Get a jacket on here, grab a hat. I don't know, I know it's not that cold out. Mainly the only reason why I know that is because you guys probably can't hear me anymore. There we go. Grab my gloves. Do I gotta pee? Okay, I'm gonna go rock a piss. We'll head outside, we'll blast the driveway. This probably would have been an excellent night to go ice fishing, but instead let's go snow blowing. Oh no, never mind. I was like, oh, my floor's not all ice. Yeah, it totally is. All ice. This thing stuck? Oh, it was. That's cute. Okay, might as well do the snowblow montage, because that's always fun to watch. Probably not, but whatever. Is it the last time I'm going to snowblow? No, it's only mid-March. We still have April and May. I live in Northern Ontario. We get bullshit all year round. Hell, the one year I was heading to David's farm for May long weekend, and it snowed the Wednesday before I went. It's also the hottest temperature in hell there. I remember that. I wore my winter jacket down. Dave was like, why are you wearing that? And I'm like, oh, I'm from North Bay. And he's like, oh, never mind. All right. Strap you guys on here. And if the camera cuts out, you know it's because she froze to death and she lived her best life. Kind of wish I was filming that, because just like the blower, everything else is frozen to the ground. All right, let's see if we can fire this pig up. Come with me if you want to live. This driveway is glare ice. Did you like my burnout? Well, here's hoping that stays closed. There's a lot of ice buildup on the bottom. Let's grab the truck and roll it up. I honest to God, I was gonna skip doing that tonight, but kind of glad I didn't, because now it's done. Alrighty, well, I brought the tripod in from the garage because I need to bring one to Mount Antoine. I need to pack it in my backpack. And this one here, I like it better than my other one because number one, it's aluminum and it doesn't weigh 7,000 pounds. And number two, it collapses smaller. And number three, I don't even know where the other one is. So we have reasons. Now I got a little nervous on the video there. I forgot that I had the wireless Go on it, and there is snow onto the wireless Go, yo. I know the GoPros are pretty tough, but I don't know about the wireless Go. She's got a lot of ports, right? You got a charging port in the top, and your mic port, and ports with ports on ports. So water gets in there and might caulk over the entire system. I didn't think about that because I'm kind of stupid at times, and I tend to do things without, you know, having any consideration. So hopefully this thing's still picking up my audio. According to the VU meter on the side, it is. And the other one was nicely secure, like the transmitter was in my pocket, so that wasn't a big deal. But got that done. I'm a sweaty bitch. So I think what I'm gonna do now is we're gonna pop a pre-workout. We're gonna get that set going. You guys get to watch me make faces, because let me tell you, I've had farts taste better than this. And that's going somewhere. This stuff is rancid. It's because it's got citrulline in it. It's got caffeine, DMAE, whatever that is, L-tyrosine, bitter orange, there's the flavor, citrulline malate and beta-alanine, L-leucine, and glycerol monosaturate. The one thing it's missing is the one thing I need, creatine. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna throw a scoop of creatine in here, make it a stack, tic-tac, patty whack, give a dog a bone. And this old Skivinz is hitting the gym and just giving her, oh, check this out, guys. Look what Nikki got me. A big old dirty bag. It's not really dirty, but it's blanched almond flour. This friggin' shit, man, is gold. Well, not really, it's white. A small bag of this stuff here at my grocery store is like $18 and it's 500 grams. This here is 1.36 kilograms and it's $14.99. Costco for the win. We're gonna make some cookies. I might even make protein banana bread. That sounds like a friggin' awesome thing. Make it keto style. That sounds like a damn good idea. I like that idea. It's funny, I went to my buddy's house a while back when I went to go look at those mics, and his wife made keto donuts. And she's like, oh, Adam, you're keto. And I'm like, yeah. And she's like, here, try one. My buddy's like, no, don't. And I'm just like, I don't want to be rude. I was like, okay. And he's like, oh. So as she's getting me a donut, he's running to the kitchen and filling up a glass with water. Thank God he did, because holy crap, it felt like I bit into a sawdust donut. Like, it was so dry, I have no idea what the hell went wrong with it, but it was quite possibly the hardest thing to choke, but literally choke back. That's what the process was. So you're probably saying, hey Adam, why aren't you using your blender? Why are you using a blender cup? And I'm gonna respond, mind your own freaking business and don't worry about what I do, just know I get shit did. I'm kidding. The reason being is because the blender makes it too foamy and hard to drink, and the blender cup apparently does the same damn thing. Why didn't I just use the blender? So I'm gonna chug this down, get you guys on a charge, and after I'm done my workout, we're gonna make some dinner, and then what I want to do is I want to mess around with some settings on OBS and see if we can get that green screen to work with OBS. Nice. Alrighty guys, we're all done the workout. Friggin' awesome. Be sore as hell tomorrow, mainly in the shoulders and arms because I really ripped them up. I did the chest pretty good too, and the back, well, you know what, I destroyed everything, but I really hurt the shoulders in the end because I did 15 pounds on the sides until I could barely even get them off the ground. And then I did partials with the 10 pounders. And then I literally grabbed 2 5-pound plates and just started lifting them to the sides until I couldn't do it anymore. And then I stopped doing it because I couldn't do it anymore. And when I put the plates down, my shoulders were fried. Like, they hurt so much. It was awesome. You're probably thinking, Adam, how can that be awesome? Trust me, it's awesome. So I did pretty much the same thing as last night for dinner, except for tonight, I'm gonna weigh out the cabbage. Did you know these pans are hot when you hold them? I'm just gonna weigh out the cabbage right now. Probably take that plate off of there. That's another problem with these pans, is they don't have a base to them. So when you take them out of the air fryer, it just makes a friggin' mess of the cupboard. But you know what? I'll take this air fryer over the other one any day of the week. So 713 grams of cabbage. Cool. And last night I didn't even weigh the meat. What I did was I just kind of threw it in the plate and said, hey, that's 2 pieces. So tonight I want to weigh them. Sacrificial dish. Grand total is 250 grams of pork. Once again, another textbook meal. It looks more vegan than not, but I can promise you there is meat on that plate. So cabbage, pork. I'm going to go eat. I'll talk to you guys in a bit. Peace. All right, guys, dinner was friggin' awesome. I had my pork chops and my cabbage steaks, and all in all, it was freaking delicious. Gonna go let the dog out, so if he doesn't start honking going down the stairs. So far, so good. Keep going. And he actually made it to the bottom without going into a honk fest. Go Team Oreo. I'm gonna let him out. I was gonna play with the green screen tonight, but I kind of had a late start because of the financial advisor basically calling an hour and a half after I finished my shift. So I figured, frig it, let's just go ahead, do the workout, and then get on with dinner. I also discovered that my leg workouts are obviously working really well because I tore the seam on these pants. So that's pretty sweet. I know the actual chroma key worked because I tested it on the other video. You guys saw the fire behind me when I was sitting there. The only difference with the webcam is I'm going to have a tighter zoom on my head so you don't see the backdrop behind me. One of the cool features of OBS is zoom control for the webcam. Love it or hate it, it works well. So use it to your advantage. On a side note, I have to piss. So tomorrow is another day, obviously, because what else would it be? And I'm gonna carry on tomorrow, doing what I do best, talking to a camera in my house because heaven forbid I actually go anywhere. Price of gas being $2 a liter. I think it's safe to say staying home is probably the best financial solution anybody can think of, unless you have to drive to work. I find it funny that since people are returning to normal and going back to work, now they're jacking the price of gas. Like I said before, it makes me feel like they're just trying to recover from the COVID months of nobody buying gas because couldn't go anywhere, so why waste money on fuel? Kind of makes no sense. So yeah, tomorrow night, I might play with that green screen. Tomorrow's also the 9th. The laptop's supposed to show up then. So maybe we'll have a video about the new laptop. Maybe we won't. Maybe we'll have a video going to pick up the new laptop because Purelator won't drop it off. They'll just put a piece of sticker on my door saying your laptop is sitting at the depot. Go pick it up, but you only have a couple minutes to do so because the depot closes super early and we like watching you struggle because that's what they do. Anyway, so we'll go pick that up tomorrow or have it dropped off tomorrow, either or. Something's gonna happen tomorrow. But as for today, guys, I'm shutting her down. It's like 9:52. I wanna go to bed. Thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed today's video. If you did, click that like button. Any questions, comments, concerns, down below they go. And until next time, guys, remember, live it to win it, and peace the frig out. Sit, stupid, sit. Good dog.